Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mark that for the record. Roll call.
Mr. Duquette.
Here.
Mr. Bruno.
Here.
Mr. Irwin.
Here.
Mr.
Wow.
Douglas. Mr. Randall is excused tonight. Mr. Paver, our attorney. Mr. Gwinnett, our zoning officer. Tyler Jarvis, our deputy highway superintendent. Mr. Chaka, our dog control officer. Mr. Marino, our recreation director. Mr. Farrell, our highway superintendent. Ms. Barber, our confidential secretary to the board, and our guests. Welcome.
And for these excused?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, Korn, Montreal. Thank you.
Thank you. He's been in contact with you there.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right, number 4, a motion accepting the minutes of the regular town meeting on August 12th, 2024. Motion.
Yes.
Mr. Bruno, Mr. Duquette, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, and I need a motion to accept the minutes of the August 19th emergency meeting.
Yes.
Mr. Bruno, Mr. I have to abstain.
No matter, you still agree.
Number 5, community input. Nobody can.
Nobody but I just put it down. Are you interested in?
Thank you. Number 6, resolution and discussion. Transfer of the highway storm drain reserve funds to pay the Cook Road and Telegraph Road invoices.
I make the motion.
Mr. Bruno.
I'll second.
A resolution authorizing the transfer of monies from the Storm Drain Reserves Fund to the Highway East 33 Culvert Projects Fund to cover the interim contractual needs. Whereas in order to meet the financial needs for the management of the highway accounts, funds need to be transferred from the Storm Drain Reserves Fund for the payment of the culvert project's bill. And result, the town board has authorized to transfer the total amount of $21,057 to cover the current cost of the project. Contract billing from Highway Storm Drain Reserves, and resolved, this resolution shall take effect immediately.
Mr. Bruno.
Yes.
Mr. Duquette.
Yes.
Mr. Irwin.
Yes.
And Mr. Douglas.
Yes.
Mr. Randall is excused.
Number 7, resolution and discussion to file for a speed limit reduction request on Rockwell Road. I'll make that.
Second.
A resolution authorizing the town clerk to file appropriate paperwork with the county highway superintendent to lower the speed limit on certain roads in the town of Peru. Whereas the town board has been informed by the highway superintendent that residents along Rockwell Road have expressed the concern that the present speed limit of 55 miles per hour on Rockwell Road between Fox Farm Road and Military Turnpike in the town of Peru is too high. And whereas it is the opinion of the town highway superintendent and the town board based on complaints and requests for lower speed limit by residents along that road, the speed limit should be lowered. The vote for requesting that it be changed. And whereas the town highway superintendent has informed the board that there is a process by which the state of New York will consider lowering the speed limit on this road, and the first step in this process is for the town clerk to file certain forms with the Clinton County Highway Superintendent. Be resolved, the town clerk hereby completely file with the Clinton County Highway Superintendent a form TE9A in connection with the reduced speed limit for the following road: Rockwell Road between Fox Farm Road and Military Turnpike.
Any discussion on it?
My buddy, they just.
No, the lady that contacted me wanted me to reduce it, but we don't have the power to reduce that between the way it works. You know, she went around, got some neighbor signatures, which helps. But it's all up to the board. That road, I'm pretty confident they will lower it because there's no posted speed limit. It's automatically 55 on any road. So I believe they will reduce that, but we have no say in the speed. That's DOT.
That will be a victory, right? Because
Yeah.
that happened.
This is the only thing we control right here.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Mr. Duquette?
Yes.
Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
Mr. Douglas?
Yes.
And Mr. Randall is excused.
Number 8, resolution discussed and declare the 2005 Blaw Knox Paver as surplus and sell on auction international. Mike, you want to say anything about that?
Yeah, a couple of weeks, just after our last, or just before our last meeting, so, and back got a hold of me and Paver started acting up. We put quite a bit of money in it, and we paved a lot with it, but it's harder and harder to get the right crews, and for that specialty, it's kind of a specialty thing. So we think the final drive is going in it. So I've kind of switched anyway this year to, higher down,
Yep.
they'll almost break, even versus yourself just because of the electronic.
I was gonna say, there's no electronics on that anyways, for elevation, right?
It kind of pays for all the labor and stuff, so it costs you, so I was always in favor, I don't want to dump any more money in it, so that's, that paver is owned by us and Town Hall Stable, so that would be a 50-50 split, whatever we get, we're pretty confident we'll get our money back. And then when you get to the next thing, which is the roller on the next one, that is all Town approved, so anything we get on the next one.
And the town knows, Keysville knows that they're going to sell it, right?
Yeah, Town Hall Stable, Town Approval, and Paver, yeah.
I think it's a good move.
With that,
I think it's a good move.
yeah.
What do you think you can get to that point?
I don't want to put it out because that,
Okay.
it goes across the internet, it'll be done. I think we'll do all right.
Okay, good.
We're getting too old to shovel tarmac.
It's got all new tracks, it's got the new main computer on it, it's got the electronics does work, but the problem with the electronics is where it plugs into the paver, it's some problem inside the paver, it's not the electronics. We had that looked at, those work, those electronics, it was like 50 grand. On a new paver, obviously they didn't pay that, we spent all winter down in Albany to get that part fixed. The company had gotten sold, so it's red tape with the new management down there to get what they needed, and it never got done, so it's out there all winter for nothing.
Maybe Bucko will buy it, he's the only one who knew how to operate the darn thing.
Well, Buckle could make it go, to be honest with you, but
I know, man, 'cause
not the correct way, but he got by it.
Like Billy did the water plant.
Yeah, and All Stable did their resolution already.
Okay, thank you.
I knew after the fact.
Good job, good choice.
Thank you. Good move. Have a motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion.
Mr. Bruno,
Second.
Mr. Duquette.
Resolution authorizing the town supervisor to approve to declare the town of West April and the town of Peru Highway Department's 2005 Blaw Knox paver as surplus and offered for sale on auction international, whereas it is having been determined in consultation with the town highway superintendent of the town of Peru and the town of West April has no further need for a 2005 Blaw Knox paver, and whereas the town of Peru and the town of West April has declared it as surplus equipment, and whereas the town board is willing to put the 2005 Blaw Knox up for sale in as is condition, be resolved that the town supervisor is hereby authorized and directed to make known to the public that such sale of a 2005 Blaw Knox is to be as is with no warranties or guarantees expressed or implied, and such offer is sold in paper on the Auctions International website, and the town will equally split the proceeds, and be it further resolved, this resolution shall take effect immediately.
Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
Mr. Duquette? Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
And Mr. Douglas?
Yes. Motion carried. Number 10. Resolution, discussion, or approval, I'm sorry, I started on 9. Resolution, discussion, declaring 1996 Dynapac roller as surplus and sell on auction international. Any
I
discussion?
make the motion.
Mr. Bruno.
I'll second.
A resolution authorizing the town supervisor to approve to declare the town of Peru Highway Department's 1996 Dynapac roller as surplus and offer for sale on auctions international. Whereas it is having been determined in consultation with the town highway superintendent, the town of Peru has no further need for a 1996 Dynapac paver, and whereas the town of Peru has declared it as surplus equipment, and whereas the town board is willing to put the tractor for sale As this condition be it resolved that the town supervisor is hereby authorized and directed to make known to the public that such shall to be as is with no warranties or guarantees expressed or implied in such offer to sell the 1996 Dynapac paver on the Oxford International website. And further resolved, this resolution shall take effect immediately.
Mike, you want to say anything?
That's, that's a 10-ton roller goes along with the paver, but that is owned only by the town of Peru, so whatever
So
we get. Town of Paver was interested in it, but it's a little older, they're looking for it, so. But let's start up, somebody starting up to get started, you know, it runs good, works good.
Have we used that on shoulders in the past?
No, not the 10-ton, the smaller, which we're gonna keep.
Thank you.
Mr. Duquette?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
And Mr. Knox?
Yes. Motion carried. Number 10, resolution, discussion, approve acceptance of the Korn Drive extension by the town of Peru.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
A resolution recommending the acceptance of the Korn Drive extension as a town road and authorizing the supervisor to execute the same, whereas the town of Peru Highway Superintendent Michael Farrell has regularly inspected the build out of the Korn Drive extension, requested corrections, and has since found that it has been built as per the town highway specifications. Therefore, be resolved that the Korn Drive extension to be known hereafter simply as Korn Drive be accepted as a town road, and therefore the town will take over the maintenance of the same, and be resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately.
Michael, you're happy with it?
Yep, they had just a couple things that I wanted before I would accept it, and it was the drainage, drainage kind of went nowhere, couldn't get to the cross pipe, could fix that, put shot rock around the pipe, and then I wanted, it's our part that we were getting, turned over to us on the cross pipe on the outlet. You know, we're getting like 50 feet, we're staying out of the wetlands, so we don't have to deal with the Army Corps, but that gives us enough, the water backs up, we can get in there and get the water to flow, so without hitting the wetland, which they did. The paving was a lot better than this phase, so I'm happy with it.
Thank you. Okay, roll call.
I'm sorry. Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Mr. Duquette? Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
And Mr. Peppers?
Yes. Number 11,
Sorry, I thought I did.
resolution discussion, call for a public hearing on September 9th, 2024 at 5:45 to pass a local law to exceed the tax cap for the 2025 budget if needed.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
A resolution to hold a public hearing to adopt local law number 1 of 2024 to exceed the tax levy limit established in general municipal law section 3-C if needed. Whereas the town board of the town of Peru is anticipating that the budget for the fiscal year 2025 will require a real property tax levy in excess of the tax levy limit as defined by general municipal law section 3-C. And whereas a local law is required pursuant to subdivision 5 of general municipal law section 3-C to authorize the town board to override the tax levy limit by the adoption of a local law approved by a vote of 60% of the town board. So therefore, be resolved that local law number 1 for the year 2024 entitled a local law to override the tax levy limit established in general municipal law section 3-C is duly introduced and be it further resolved that the public hearing on said proposed local law number 1 of 2024 will be held at the town hall on Tuesday, September 9th at 5:45 p.m. where the public will be allowed an opportunity to voice comments for or against the law. And be it resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately.
Roll call, we got any questions? I guess we talked about this a couple years ago, that we found out that we need to do that. We're not planning on raising the budget. We have to do this.
It sounds like every town does it, and we just, I mean, I talked to Donna Hamilton, and she said, we do one every year, just to do it. I mean, it's my paperwork. So,
If you don't pass it prior, then you
Yeah.
can't do it.
Like
So-
staying under fire, so.
right, we never had to have it, but you have to have it if it's gonna happen. So, no reason for a scramble. Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Mr. Duquette?
Yes.
Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
And Mr. Jones?
Yes. Motion carried. Okay, moving right along. discussion and a motion, funding of water plant rebuild and replacement project.
Make the
He's
motion.
not here, but you did talk to him, and I guess we're all,
Yeah, he sent the, Sam sent the email out to all of us, I believe.
yeah,
Yeah.
and we're all good with it. I mean, Courtney's,
It
Yeah.
has to be done.
it does,
It's
he's
a really good
doing it.
thing.
Yep.
Did you hear,
And
did you hear back from
somebody
Keith?
summarize where we're at, just so the public knows?
Craig, you talked with,
We're in a bind with our actuators, and we found a place where you get them in 3 to 4 weeks.
Versus 20 weeks.
Versus 20.
So we're going for it. Did we hear back from Keith Germain on the funding
Yeah.
at the end? Not yet. Yes and no.
Actually, when Courtney sent me the pricing,
Yep.
I turned it into a resolution and discussion on number 14, right? He wanted to go ahead.
Right.
And I'm not sure about the technician.
Right,
But I put it
he
in.
sounded like it was going through, so. Yeah, sounds good.
We have to give this, we have to, because otherwise,
right,
we end up in a worse predicament. So,
First rainfall, we're in trouble.
yeah.
okay, good. Need to-
Bob?
Is that your fault?
What's that?
Oh, probably, I'm sorry.
Some chicken loose in there.
How the hell you wake up at night? Guess he doesn't use an alarm clock.
Okay. She, okay, it was going down to, all right, 13,
Excuse me, just for a general, that the board is,
discussion, and then.
is going forward for the purchase.
Yes.
I forgot to delete it
Yeah.
on number 12 when,
It's
because I was kind of in a scramble because nobody replied back whether we needed a resolution or
So
not.
do we want to
I was
just,
CC'd on that.
Huh?
I didn't think you were waiting for me to reply.
I was waiting for somebody. Courtney.
So we don't need a
So-
resolution?
Huh?
We don't need a resolution?
No.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we do, we got it on.
I did it on
Sorry,
number
we have time, it's
14.
number 14.
Alright,
She's
so
number
number 14 covers it then.
I doubled it.
Oh,
So let's move on to 14.
well, no, we gotta go.
Now we gotta go to 13 first. Discussion and a motion about accepting the 2025 budget workshop schedule. Everybody's got it there. Everybody fine with it? Mike, change that on for Wednesday.
I have a couple of hunting nights in there, I'll be missing.
All right?
Yeah,
We're all set.
I'm fine.
It's perfect.
Do you need a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to accept the
Bruno.
budget scheduling.
Yep. I'll second it.
Mr. Duca.
Great job, everybody.
All right. Now,
Thank you for
thank you for,
Thank you for scrambling.
yeah, now for your scrambling.
You're like an auctioneer. Do I hear 5? Do I hear 5.50? Do I hear 5.30?
I was trying to lighten it up a little bit.
I got 1. Do I have 2?
Did we go with the option on the,
Huh?
did we go with a different option on the meeting places?
Yeah, they're all
I'm
listening.
game.
Oh, yeah, no. You got a couple of yeses for that too, man.
I know. That's when everybody started replying back.
It's perfect, thank you.
You guys
Need to
are having
lighten up the
enough
phone
fun with that,
sometimes.
What?
I said, okay, you're having enough fun with this here. Resolution and the discussion, the emergency purchase of the water treatment plant activator. So I think we've had a motion, we have one to make the motion.
I had to make the motion.
No, sorry.
Mr.
Resolution of the town board of the town of Peru making an emergency purchase of 3 equipment actuators, whereas section 64, sub 3 of the town code empowers the town board of the town of Peru to manage, maintain, and control town property and assets as the purposes of the town may require, whereas the town board has received a request from the town water superintendent to purchase 3 equipment actuators for the water treatment plant on an expedited basis. Whereas the town board finds that this purchase is necessary on an expedited basis because the current water treatment plant, if left in its current condition and failed to result in restricted capacity of incoming water, must match the existing equipment on the water treatment plant for the system to work most efficiently. And whereas the estimated total purchase price of 3 rotor work equipment actuators from upstate valve and control will be $35,082 with an optional on-site technician for $2,000. It is hereby resolved by the town board of the town approved regular session of the town water sewer supervisor is hereby allowed to purchase 3 rotor work equipment actuators from upstate valve and control for $35,082 with an optional on-site technician for $2,000, and he shall do so as soon as possible. And be it resolved, this resolution shall take effect immediately and shall be dated August 26, 2024.
Roll call.
Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
Mr. Dupek?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
And Mr. Douglas?
Yes. I don't know if Courtney replied about the option for the 2,000 for the technician, did he?
He's out of the country, so it's hard for him to get the cell service that
Okay.
he needs
Yeah.
unless you get to his regular cell phone. He doesn't want to use the town cell phone.
Okay.
But he'll be back tomorrow, so.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's fine, I mean, we've got it in that.
I think it's kind of important to have the technician on hand.
I do.
Yeah, he's had enough problems, just start
Yeah.
marrying this stuff
And
together,
these are the
supporting the right
$2,000
person in the right spot.
And it looks like the ARPA funds are gonna be eligible to be used on this that we have, that we need to use up by the end of the year anyway, so.
I think we just have to change the wording in the obligation on the form, but I'm not positive.
Yeah, I hope so. Keith seemed like it was okay, but he wasn't positive either.
Right.
And whoever was obligated to the water treatment plant, so.
Good, good.
I have to run down Apple Valley, they got kind of a.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, take care, Bob. Want me to say anything for you?
I have nothing.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah, thanks, Bob.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
You want Mr. Ryan to go with you?
No. Okay.
Number 15, other business.
Should be important.
Terry.
Just, I was able to sneak in between for, it wasn't very long, down to the farmer's market. Hopefully impressed with what the girls have brought us to. I didn't get a chance to spend much time there. We had other stuff going on too, but, big shout out to them. Excellent to see the community coming together like this.
Do a great job.
Yeah, really good. Definitely agree
They've
with
got
that.
great getting the power down there.
I think it's a smart thing to do.
Shut off that generator.
Yeah, shut the generators off, make it more user friendly all the way around.
Exactly.
You can come visit me.
Yeah, I had I got tied up in something else with.
You can probably hook up a mini
Sunday.
air conditioner down there for your little hut.
We have things, battery powered
Okay.
things.
Yeah, one food truck had an issue, they brought too short an extension cord, so we moved them, they used the generator, but they'll learn in the future to bring along a cord.
But having a future setup is way user friendly.
That's turned into quite a adventure.
Yeah. It's impressive. It's even faster to run the city of Plaster.
There are responsibilities.
There you go, girl.
Happy to serve my people.
I'm good.
Now,
Two things. Number one, thank you to Florence Orchards, Barnes Excavating. Mike and I were able to haul 15 boulders down Sullivan Park to kind of close that off so we don't have any further issues with vandalism again.
there.
Rumor has it, the truck got a little damaged in there.
Florence Orchards and who else?
What's that?
Florence Orchards and who else?
Barnes Excavating. They donated, but Eric could probably tell you, there could be thousands of dollars that we saved.
In my world, that's landscaping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would have thought rocks would be that expensive?
Second item, the other night, Diane and Pam and I, we got into exchange, and I was rather rough in my introduction to it, and I apologize to both of you for that. I don't tend to sugarcoat things, but that's not always conducive to getting stuff done, so my apologies to both of you.
Thank you.
Mr. Bruno.
Hey, I've been walking the park every day with my daughter's dog. I want to shout out to the park crew for doing an outstanding job on all the parks. And there was a lot of mowing being done this week. The grass is crazy. Driving around on the roads, the edges of the roads, our trees are looking great. And you guys shout out to the highway department for that.
Shoulders are looking really nice.
That's it?
That's good, man.
Tyler.
Just to go along with the shoulder work, we've been working our butts off to try to fix a lot of these problems that we've had since I've been an employee here, so the guys, we all put our heads together. As you know, Mike lets us go free, and put our heads together and fix the problems. So he come up and looked at the end of the day, and he was quite impressed with the work that we accomplished in one of those 4 days to try to fix Smart Hill. It's just been an ongoing occurrence. When it rains, it washes out, and someday we might not be lucky enough to keep the road. So we cut everything right back to the ditch line. We ditched everything all the way down through, all the way up to the top. The guys did an awesome job, so I can't take all the credit because I don't run the equipment. I just oversee. So those guys, they worked pretty hard the last couple of weeks.
We made it through that rain too that we had.
Yep, everything that we cut.
Stayed put.
Yep, everything went right to the ditch like it should have, and we've actually gotten a lot of thumbs up as people are driving by, seeing all that nice and cut. And you know, a lot of people say it looks like garbage, but within a couple of days, the grass is already sprouting back through. So it's just something that needed to be done, and we did it. And unfortunately, we had to do it with a skid steer because the grader had broke. The grader is now back up and running and outside, so hopefully the next chance we get, we can take a bigger swath, take a little less time, and accomplish more. Other than that, we have one truck that's down, transmission lines are rotted. There again, we know we have a tight schedule with Mike's list, so in our free time, we could have brought it to the dealership to have them pull the radiator, do it, but the guy said, no, we're gonna do it ourselves. So one morning, he was in his office, we threw the hood off of it, and we started pulling the radiator and everything, got it all out, we got the lines in, so the next free time we got, we'll keep trucking away, and the truck should be up and running soon. So.
Excellent, that's really good news.
In the meantime, we found a leak in the radiator. The bottom where the hose connects was cracked. Unfortunately, the way these trucks are ran, we can't take a chance of putting that radiator back in this winter having a truck down. So the dealership gave us a good aftermarket radiator, and I can test them for leaks before they go in. We'll make sure it's top notch. So the guys have been working pretty hard.
I think you're making Mike's job, the way you guys are working, much easier.
Has Mike ever mentioned the red road to you?
Just management.
We don't need it anymore.
You see him smiling there, right?
Could you look up the ditches up there?
Also the mowing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The mowing tractor's still out. It's mowing.
Good,
Sharp blades on it.
good
Yeah.
job, you guys. Good
So the
job.
mower has not stopped. I know that's been a big topic this summer, so.
Good job. Shotgun.
Been kind of slow. I get a lot of calls from other towns these days for some reason, especially Sable and Keysville, and try and talk them through the issue if I can. But for the most part, everything's good. I will be gone out of town from the 3rd of September till the 8th, just so you know.
I got Randy's phone number.
Well, if you walk the dog, that's your day, you're set. You're good to go.
I don't even have a collar or a leash.
If this dog is running loose, you can snag it.
My daughters.
That's it.
You're next, Chris.
You may know why Chalka's not been so busy. My daughters are out all over sports and running and keeping active. And for some reason, the dogs keep following them wherever they go. So they have a tendency, the past couple of times, just kind of drag them and, you know, go to where they knock on the door. And so, and I'm going to follow up. Big shout out to Chris Martineau and the crew for getting all the fields. I mean, the rain that we had and everything, just to get the soccer fields up and going, it's just been absolutely amazing. So more than thankful. They're doing a great job. It's a lot of lining to do, and that we think we've got Sullivan ironed out now. There was a little bit of a snag. I think football at one point, some of the people there thought that it was all situated to football, but we do need it for soccer as well. We did add that extra Pee-wee team, and the school does utilize it as well for some practices. So it's a shared thing, but Pals football did have their first set of games that they had moved back over to the high school, to the school, and they had those this weekend. So their practices are going, and they've got a girls flag football, which is fantastic, a little girls flag football. None of which is cutting into or seems to be cutting into our soccer program, which is through the roof. I started with 5 teams without coaches, 1 Pee-wee and 4 Might. Thought we had everything taken care of. Unfortunately, I have 1 Might team that I'm having extreme difficulty. I had 1 parent meeting. I'm going to try again with 1 practice and see if I can't get anybody to step forward. If not, I'm going to have to filter those kids onto the other MIC teams, which will raise numbers and decrease playing time. But I've got to do it, and they need to be on a team.
When do the mites play?
Mites are Monday, Thursday. So, but
Thinking about it,
She cuts
how are you
them.
coming with an assistant? I think
So we did find an assistant for the soccer season, Alexis Grennan. She is extremely knowledgeable of soccer. So we've added her to the Sports U page. She's already come up with some drills for them. She sat in on all the meetings. We'll be passing a resolution to make her position complete for the soccer season. And then we'll worry about basketball, but I do have a hook onto a young college kid for the basketball season, so everything will be denoted by seasons. Which seems to, after having spoken with a lot of different people, it's easier for people to get on board with. It's easier for someone to commit to, well, I can do soccer season, I can do basketball season, I can't do the year. So, in the long run, it will save us a little as well, breaking it up by seasons.
Good.
So our numbers are through the roof and just seem to be declining. I mean, we still get a couple of people that drop out because they're trying to do multiple sports. But I've let it be known, let them do multiple sports. As long as they're doing something, you know, if they can't come to a practice, you know, take a picture of yourself playing football. Then I know that you're actually getting some exercise and not sitting on the couch doing this. You know, playtime's equal anyhow. So we are a town league. It's all about playing and teaching the kids the sport and creating that as opposed to the win-win mentality of some of the A
Good
leagues.
job.
Thank you.
I agree with that fact.
And that's where we're pushing on. I'm still going through all the accounts as well, trying to get rid of some of the 32,000 people that are signed up on there that, you know, have been aged out for 5 years or not in the area. So it's a slow process, but we're getting there.
Excellent, thank you.
Thank you. Michael, you're up.
Growing in the culverts, as you know.
Yeah. New
Last
ones?
Thursday, I remember 2 more, on Fuller Road. One is completely gone, it's actually gonna go to second in the list. The other one is on Fuller Road towards the new 4-way stop. That is actually a 6-foot boiler pipe. It's still pretty decent. It's long, it's deep, it's probably 30 feet in. The amazing thing is it goes from a 6-foot, and it's dark. You're going through that because it's long. I got coming to the stone head wall, like they shoved like a 3-footer into it. But they did masonry work with flat stone. They did a nice job actually, but you go from 6, try to bend over and take pictures, and 3. The 3 is a boiler pipe. That one scored pretty low, so that one's will be at the bottom of the list when we do our workshop.
What do you mean by 30 feet down, Mike?
That's the depth of that.
From the road?
Yeah, it's deep. It's
Oh,
it's
I know
right
what
by
you're
where
talking
Glenn
about.
Lemoy's father used to
Yeah.
live. It's,
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause you got a real drop off on the other side.
yeah, it's,
I got you.
yeah, and I come up, of course, I had waiters on. The guy said, "Can I help you?" I said, "The property line." They went through picker, but I had no idea where I was coming from. I said, "I'm from the town." The trucks across, and okay, he says, so. But on the inlet, the driveway flat stone, they didn't cement it. Those are all cracked, it's leaning in. If it goes, it's off the road, so we got some time, even if that happens. It's not a strong stream, but I think I'm up to 11 projects. One's a smaller culvert that I talked about at the special meeting in Quaker Highlands. But right now, I think 8 of them are all wetlands areas, something like that. That's Army Corps, DEC, so which we'll talk more about in the workshop. So, as Tyler said, I'm keeping busy. I'm pushing probably harder than I should, but I know what's in front of us, and I also know what's coming in another month and a half or so. We have to switch to winters, you know, as much as we don't want to talk about it. once those trucks switch over, that dirt work is pretty much done unless it's something that's simple. Once the floors that are out of the truck, it's for salt, or you gotta put the floors back in and stuff like that. So we're trying to push them as much as I can. We're not gonna get everything, there's no way, it's just too much. And with the asphalt plants both plants being shut down for over a month for their own paving is, it's not helping anything. We want to be done early. We're not gonna be, so we're gonna pave next week. So I should be back in John Boswell in a week, hopefully. Get that, and then by then that's probably gonna be, we're definitely gonna change the paving schedule. Some of the ones that I announced are just because of what's going on, it's just not gonna happen. So it'll get put off another year. You only got so much time and only so much money. It just, hopefully Craig with his magic wand, he can find some money.
Yeah, that would be nice. I don't think he's that magic.
But I was talking to Pam today about like Telegraph. You know, I started that 4 years ago. 3 years we filed for Bridge New York. When we started, Telegraph was $999,000. This year, we didn't get it, it's $1,507,000. Now we're going out to contract, so we kicked the can down the road 3-4 years. Not kicked, we tried to get the funding. I shouldn't say it that way.
Yeah.
But we're gonna be at $750,000 or so higher than
previous.
when we started out.
Double.
It's just, I'll give you, I do have a meeting Thursday with Engineer Inventors. Pam on these projects, give me a little more time to think, come up with what I think should be done. I don't like what needs to be done, it's a cost, but
No?
it's the best way forward. And,
You're not in
I know we
control.
just did the tax cap, you know, I've been saying for quite a few years now, that tax cap's gonna bite us in the butt.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be sooner than later, unfortunately, but it is. If everything held at that 2%, it's great, but when everything goes up 10, 12, 15%, you add the inflation in it, it's just
If it was only that,
impossible.
well, that
Either cut
stuff, look
surface.
where the culverts went to, look where concrete went to.
Yeah, and it just, like I said before, we went 2 more tractors to 1. We had 10 guys previous to me. We're down to about 7, but we're still 1 short. But, it's just trucks. When I started, we were 192,000 down to 351. 15 years
Look at a
later.
normal pickup truck now though,
Yeah.
you know, 3/4 ton truck,
Pickup truck, I think I
$80,000,
bought, I
$90,000.
bought the first one, I think, for 30-some thousand. Now this last one was 60. It's crazy. So that's, you know, what's coming now. Like I said, pretty much settled on, I think, first Saturday in October, I think it's the 4th or 5th, is probably gonna be the open house, for the salt.
Okay.
I don't know what we're gonna get, for help, or for people, but it's gonna be a first, but it's for people that don't know anything about it, and they're bashing, it's their chance to come and ask questions. There'll be some experts there, to explain it, and we can show them some things and see what it does.
You haven't got that date on that yet?
Yeah, I think it's, I believe it was the 4th or 5th of October. Yeah, that looks like we're going for the 5th of October.
Saturday?
Yeah, it'd be on a Saturday, because people be off, I don't think figured on a week to get anybody.
Okay. Is our engineer gonna be at the workshop?
Yes. Or, well, he's gonna be here Thursday.
Okay,
This-
I saw that. Okay.
Both of them, Mark and Peter.
And it's scheduled for 9 if anybody wants to show up.
Thank you.
So
You're correct.
yeah, on
Sorry, I don't understand.
some,
Pam, you're you're talking to Siri, not anybody else, or what?
You think I had it?
Doesn't even know he has Siri.
On the budget workshop, I put the highway workshop on there for the 12th.
Yeah.
And I put in something for Courtney too. I don't know whether you're gonna get to that and we have to add another one or, because he's probably gonna take up a lot of time.
I think so.
Can't take up too much time, he doesn't have any.
Yeah, I mentioned it, man, I think it's gonna be a little too much, but it's up to you guys.
No, we gotta take care of this stuff.
Yeah,
We
you
can't
gotta get a
keep,
game plan at least and figure it out.
just like you said, if we
Definitely.
keep putting it off, it just keeps rising in prices. We gotta go forward and,
And I think there's some tough choices, there's definitely tough choices
yeah,
to be
Well.
made.
I pay taxes too, Mike. What are you gonna do? Sell my house some other time.
Yep.
Kinda like it here.
And it might,
I think so.
we can come back to it, if we think it's.
Thank you for all this.
The concerts are done this last Sunday. Yesterday was our last one. Overall, they went well, except for the people who insist on smoking and drinking, even though it's town law. I would tell them week after week, a few people, and they would just give me snarky comments, and I'd sit there and watch them the whole time. And
You know, and one, I think you do a great job, and number two, I don't know how we could control this, but I don't think, she's the concert coordinator, and she shouldn't have to.
No, you should be security.
Sergeant at arms.
Have to do this. You know, we might want to think of something next year. I mean, if we put a little bit in, have somebody like you, Craig.
I think Brady's looking for a job.
Who is?
Brandy.
What's
Thank you for doing
information?
all that, Pat. I know you and I talked yesterday, it's a long day for you and talking to Mark.
It is. You've done a great job with this, from where you started, and thank you.
Well, it's just disappointing because they're like, I don't see any sign. Well, it's on all the concert schedules, it's on, you
On the
know,
building.
the town, it's town law, there's signs up, and
But
they
it's,
just don't care. And, you know, they don't care whether the people next to them are having breathing issues because of their smoke.
I'm sure we could talk to Sheriff Favreau and have somebody swing by there.
Just to make a presence.
Yep. That's
Well,
a
I
good-
decided last night that if somebody did, there wasn't as a big a crowd last night, but I had made a decision that I was gonna have my phone in hand, and if the guy came back and gave me any guff about it, I was just gonna call the sheriff, so.
Yeah, he's really good with having a car swing by and see.
Yeah.
I'm sure he would do
I
that.
mean, for that couple hours, he might just come and.
Yeah, I mean, he lives in Peru too. He knows all. He's a good Peruvian.
Yep.
As long as I don't have to throw him out, that's okay.
You shouldn't.
All
Have
right.
I want everybody to have a good time too. with it.
Yeah, I mean,
That's a community event, so.
and that's the nice part about it. You see everybody that meets back up and, you know, it's like I haven't seen you in forever or whatever. And, you know, you see families go there and bring their dinners and sit there and eat. And
Wasn't
it
any
is,
of my
it's a nice
relatives, was it?
time. Huh?
Wasn't any of my relatives, was it?
Not that I know of. Not that I recognize.
They all chew.
No, we're all smokeless.
John,
I'm trying to hold this camera steady. I can't laugh.
see that? Yeah, and anything, John, is it?
No. Well, I guess that money on the highway fund, is that in addition to what was the reserve fund? Is that the same money we talked about at the last meeting, or it's the same money? Okay.
We've only been transferring over the exact amount that we need at the time.
Yes. Excellent, Jim.
Okay, anybody on agenda items only? Okay, public comments, no? Okay, let's see, a resolution discussing, how about the bills? We can pay.
Motion.
Mr. Bruno.
Second.
Mr.
A resolution authorizing the post office payment of certain claims, bills, and invoices in the town, whereas the town board has reviewed and audited the following claims, bills, and invoices for services rendered provided to the town in August 2024. Town approved vouchers for August 2024, number 202401129, including number 202401190. Abstract dated 21/24 for the dollar amount totaling $166,524.04. Of that, $15,337.56 was wired credit cards and prepaid, and $151,187.28 is remaining to be paid for August 2024, whereas the town board finds said claims, bills, and invoices to be acceptable in form or reasonable amount. Therefore, be resolved the payment of the aforementioned claims, bills, and invoices is approved, and the supervisor be and hereby is authorized to make such payment. Be it further resolved, this resolution shall take effect immediately.
Roll call. Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Mr. Duquette?
Yes.
Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
And Mr. Douglas?
Yes, motion carried. Okay, I don't think we have any executive session, I don't know you guys. Okay, I need a motion to adjourn.
So, yeah.
Mr. Bruno, Mr. Duquette, all in favor? Aye. Thank you, everyone, for